We go back to the province of the Northwest, and we are joined by SABC News reporter Thabiso Moss, who joins us in Marikana. Thabiso, I hope you can hear me. Quite an important day today, but oftentimes, Thabiso, we don't talk about what happened the night before in 2012, where 10 people were killed on that particular day. In most cases, the focus is what happened the following day on this particular day. Give us a sense of perhaps why that is.
Indeed, Thabiso, good afternoon to you and to our viewers at home. We are here at Marikana in the Northwest Province, remembering, a brutal incident that happened 14 years ago. Actually, tomorrow will be exactly 14 years since that particular incident. But most importantly, what you are touching on there, Thabiso, about 10 people who were killed a few days before the Marikana massacre on the 16th of August 2012 at the time, which include 2 police officers and 2 security officers at the time. But what you are showing you now is a part of the preparations for tomorrow's event, the 14th Marikana massacre commemorative event here in Marikana. What you are seeing there on your picture, these are AMCU members who are gathering here, and this has been the tradition since I've started covering this event, Marikana massacre, 2 years ago in 2024. A day before the event, they will slaughter cows, and what you are seeing there is them gathering there. They have just slaughtered 2 cows and will be joined in a moment by the Deputy President of AMCU, Date Phuthuma Manyati, just to give us a sense of, where they are in terms of preparations few hours before the Marikana massacre commemorative event here in Marikana in the Northwest Province. But he's joining us to give us a sense of what is expected, and also in terms of expectations or preparations where they are at this stage. And he's flanked by other leaders of AMCU as well as the Labour Party. You'll remember that AMCU 2023 Special National Congress took a resolution for the party to form, or for the union to form the Labour Party, which we have seen that it has contested the by-election in Thabazimbi local municipality, and they won Ward 3 during late 2024 municipal by-elections at the time. Dade Phuthuma Manyati, thank you very much for joining us on SABC News this afternoon. Just give us a sense of, the preparations for tomorrow's 14th Marikana massacre commemorative event.
Yeah, I think all systems go. We're ready. Everything has been done as per the plan. Jock was here. They've approved everything. We're ready for tomorrow. I think all systems go. Is just waiting for people to come and attend. Everything is as we have planned it.
Yes. And some people are of the view that it seems over the years we don't see high number of people coming here to attend the event, as it was the case maybe the first 1, 2, 3 or 5 commemorative events that happened. Maybe just give us a sense of what to expect. Are you expecting many people to be part of this event, as is the 14th year since that particular incident?
Yeah, I think the attendance depends on the day of the week. If the event is during the week, normally the attendance is not as good as when it's during over the weekend. Similarly, over the weekend, if it's on Saturday, it's much better than Sunday. So on Sunday, because I've got guys that still have to do night shift, they still have to go back, that's what determines their attendance. But in terms of the numbers shrinking, it's not as a result of people no longer value the event, but it is as a result of the workforce shrinking. If you remember, Lonmin, during the incident, had almost 30,000 workers, and now they're sitting at 15,000. You can see that half of the people are no longer mine employees. And when you are unemployed, you might not even afford to come and attend the event coming as far as the Eastern Cape.
And has the retrenchments that have taken place within the mining sector in general, how has that affected AMCU as a union in terms of, the number of workers that you are representing?
We are still a majority union, but of course it has affected not us only, it has affected the country, because the unemployment affects everyone, either directly or indirect. But as AMCU, we are still the majority despite the workforce shrinking. It's not about only us. Everyone is affected when the Section 189 left, right and center. We are fighting very hard. We defend some of the jobs, but some of them we can't, because some of the mines are old mines. The minerals have been depleted. In addition, it's just some of those companies, they want to make sure that they maximize profit at the expense of the workforce.
And we know what happened 14 years back. I mean, workers were, striking for better wages at the time, which led to the unfortunate incident on the 16th of October. But even this week, we spoke to Sibanye Stillwater, which has since took over from, Lonmin. And they are saying that salaries have improved over the years. But just, what is your stance as AMCU as far as that is concerned, taking into consideration that this was the main issue when workers took to the streets back then in 2012, and which led to the Marikana massacre on the 16th of August in that year?
Yes, in terms of the salaries, we're not as bad. Remember, by that time, we were just earning 3,000. Now, the lowest paid employee is sitting at 19,000. And that took us 5 months strike to push ourselves to where we are. But the other living conditions, which was housing, I think if you can read the Falam Commission, there's a big recommendation on housing. That hasn't been addressed yet. You can see now, if you drive on the N4, it's just squatter camps. There's not a single house that they can say since then has been built by these mines. West of it, Sibanye, which has taken over from Lonmin.
And we were here even this week and last week. We spoke to some of the mine workers here in Marikana. They are saying even though there's an improvement as far as salaries are concerned, but that issue of poor living conditions, that there is no improvement in terms of, even if you look at the housing, even services in the area in general. But what are the authorities saying, as well as the mining companies, in terms of improving poor living conditions of these workers?
Yeah, I think it's the failure of the government. Remember, as per the MPRDA, there's what we call a social and labor plan. Our government is failing to hold companies to comply with their commitment on the social labor plan, which is part of their mining rights. But they are failing. Each time they will come and say, we want to build 100 houses, and they built 1 or 0, and nothing is happening to them in terms of compliance. So the problem is that the very government that we voted into power, they're not forcing companies to comply as per the mining license given.
Thank you very much, Ndate Phuthuma Manyati. That's, AMCU Deputy President talking to us about various issues. Even though, salaries have improved over the years, the main issue now is poor living conditions of these workers. Even though there was that, those undertakings from both the government as well as mining companies to ensure that, they improve living conditions of workers here in Marikana in the Northwest Province. As we are preparing for the main Marikana massacre event tomorrow, remembering what happened 14 years ago right here. And with that, it's back to you in studio, Thabiso.
Thank you very much, SABC News reporter Thabiso Moss in the province of the Northwest.